So example 7 just talks about the distance formula and finding the distance between two coordinate points on a plane. Now, if you didn't know this, how this is derived, it's derived from the Pythagorean theorem. Because if I have 2 points on a plane, like it says here, I have points A and B, and I got the coordinates for point A and the coordinates for point B, I can actually draw out a right triangle, and the differences in the x values and the differences in the y values makes up my two legs. And I just use the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance between that. And that's where my distance formula comes from. So every time you use a distance formula, you're actually using the Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to use the distance formula here to find the distance between the points 1, 5 and 5, 2. So again, every time we use a formula, we always want to write it out so that we can remember that formula. So distance is equal to the square root of, oh, I got double parentheses there, x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. So all we need to do is just drop in our values for x and y here. So I have x1, we'll call this x1, and this will be x2, y2, and this is x1, y. Whoops, I wrote that wrong. So this will be at point x1, y1. This is point x2, y2. Now, if you flipped it around and said that this was point x1, y1, and this was x2, y2, you will still come up with the same answer. It doesn't make a difference. So I can remember going through this as a kid, sometimes as a student going, oh man, which one do I put first? It doesn't tell me. It doesn't matter which one it goes first. Both will give you the same answer. Work it both ways and you'll find that out. So this is going to be 1 minus 5 squared plus 5 minus 2 squared. So my distance is equal to the square root of 1 minus 5 is negative 4 squared plus 5 minus 2 is 3 squared. So my distance is equal to the square root of negative 4 squared is 16 plus 3 squared is equal to 9. So my distance is equal to the square root of 25. And so my distance is equal to, remember, square root plus or minus. However, we know it's a distance, so it can't be a negative distance, so it has to be the positive 5 as my distance between those 2 points.